Guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to give you a very funny gist. You see, my wife and I, when we got married, we were living our life. She has been telling me, oh, let's travel out. I want to travel.
And I knew.
Yeah.
So I had impression, not just wish.
Okay. Yeah, but me, I was living my life. I'm like, oh, where am I going? But I wasn't really particular about that. But then
I started the whole
you
process.
you started telling. I know you had a conversation. Let's travel out. Let's travel out.
I started. You weren't interested at all. Like it wasn't part of.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wasn't interested.
It wasn't part of your plan at that time at all. It wasn't what you wanted to even give it a try.
No, I won't put it that way.
Okay.
But it wasn't on the it wasn't on a priority list. Like it wasn't something that I'm really particular. Oh, I must travel out and things like that. But you wanted it and you were raising it. But before we go on, guys, subscribe if you have not subscribed, okay?
Channel.
And like this video, also share your friends. So let's just go.
I would love to see your comments in the comment section too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think we got married.
Time, gist time.
Yeah, let's I'm sure they are waiting to for us to get going, of side.
Okay,
yeah, so we got married in 2016, and then from that point onward, we've been, one of our goals
So we got married 2016, and we normally do this every year.
Yeah.
So what we do is we write a list of what we looking forward to in the coming year. Like we have a prayer list that we normally write our family list, prayer
list for the year.
And so in 2016 we got married, and then we wrote our prayer list for 2017.
Yeah, for 2017.
I think so.
Yeah.
And so we had so many things on the list, even maybe up to 10 wishes or
I think it was seven items on our prayer list for that year.
But we do it every year. It's like an annual ritual for us in the family, and so traveling was part of it actually.
Yeah. So before that traveling came into it, she's been talking about, oh, let's travel out. Okay, and that. Yeah, she wanted to travel out, but me, I wanted it, but I was not really particular.
And apart from that, and I also had spiritual inclinations.
Yeah, but I eventually got around.
I wanted it, and I also had. I just knew that it was going to happen, but how soon?
Yeah, but I think one thing is that primarily you started the conversation of traveling abroad and things like that. For me, it was like, if you are going to go, there should be a reason why you have to go in a good way. I can't just leave certainty for uncertain or something. It starts to be something. So I eventually came around to allow my spirit to align with that, to say it's something we can consider.
So sorry, before you continue. Sorry, I heard you.
Yeah.
I was going there.
So we then, at that point where we had alignment in terms of, I'm open to it also, we then put it as part of our prayer request for that year. That's for
the
following year. I think it was, we talked about it throughout 2016 and then early 2017 when we were doing it, we then included it as part of it. So I think what we said was like international opportunities. I think we said international opportunities. So in 2017,
we had so many.
We were ticking off items on the list. So, but something happened. I was working in the office one day. So
before then, so it was only that out of those prayer list, it was the traveling that was
but I think
that was unanswered at that time.
But we've not gotten to that bit yet, actually. So we've not gotten to that bit yet. So at the point where my spirit aligned with Father, I became open-minded to travel, to say, I'm going to consider it. I then began to apply. For jobs, for international jobs. Before then, I could actually apply because most of the requirements that many of my colleagues have that were using to travel, I had it even at the very beginning of my career, but I didn't, because it was not on top of my list, so I wasn't considering it. So at the point where we came into agreement, say, yeah, let's give it a go. So I began to apply. So I was working, in fact, I got referrals from some of my friends, they tried, but nothing will happen. So this day I just got to, as an auditor, we work at client side. So I got to the client side one day. I was the only one there in the audit room then. And then my spirit just said something. Something just came that, just apply for something. So I went online, checked the particular site, and I saw a particular role. I'm like, okay, I think this might be a good thing. So I just quickly did, pick my CV, try to align my CV, did a 5 lines cover letter and the likes, and then I sent in the application. I think that was around
2017.
Yeah,
Ending of 2017.
No, that's early 2017 actually. That's early 2017. So I sent in the application.
No, it was 2017 that we started getting serious about it.
Yeah, so at the point where
remember we
put it on our prayer list, I started to apply. So I'm talking about the point where I applied.
Okay.
Yeah, so I applied for the role. So I submitted and then applied for the role. So when I got back home that day, I told my wife, yeah, I actually applied for this role and the likes.
Okay.
And so it just went like
you
that.
said you were sure there was.
Yeah, I said I was sure. Yeah, I think that's one thing about when about knowing. So I had the feeling that it's going to be the one. Yeah, but it was on our prayer list for that year, as we mentioned. But the year was passing, we were ticking off all the items on our list, and you can't believe it. All January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
Until December.
Nothing happened. Nothing literally happened. And we're praying that, what this one thing, God, on our prayer list, when is it going to happen? Yeah.
And then I remember we were at the retreat.
Yeah, so we went for the December
and I was
retreat.
Asking you that day. Okay, I think there was a point when Pastor said we should ask a specific request. And I was like, Demi, what's your request? And you said, what was the answer? I got to take care of it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's it. That I commit everything to Sam. That
something specific.
Take care
and
of
then
you.
I said, then why don't we? Okay, and I told you mine. I think mine was just that one thing. We're trusting God for at that point. The traveling out.
Yeah, it was that traveling out.
So,
So I think the December retreat was around maybe
December towards the Christmas
22
period.
to 25 or something, or 26.
Yes.
So I think we came back from the December retreat, and then on the 27th of December, I just received a mail to say, oh, we've received your application, blah blah blah, and we'd like to discuss your relocation plan to the island that we are at the moment. So the way they word the mail, the way the mail came was like, it's as if
it was certain.
It was certain. Like, we want to talk about. They even talk about what the research I've made about the location and why I'm interested in. So it was like, wow. I showed my wife very happy that we're talking about.
We were so
excited that this only one thing that is left on our prayer request, and God has just answered. And they worded it as though if they just talk about your relocation plans. I'm like, yeah, that is it. No, that is it. So I think. So we just thank God for that period and the like. So they asked me to send a mail to them. So I sent the mail, and then
you responded.
I responded. We arranged interviews. We did all the interviews in January. And then on the 1st of February, I got the international offer.
I think another one came after again.
Yeah, then another offer came. So I got the offer, and then we were like, okay, what do we do?
Which one do we choose? We now started praying.
Yeah. So I think, but because the way that one has happened over the time, the knowing and before the application and the day it came, it was kind of from a spiritual point that it seemed like that is the right one for us. So I got the offer, then we had to write English test, the IELTS, we went for tuberculosis test,
so we
did all the the thing. And then I didn't resign in my office then. So I think I got the offer on the 1st. February 1st. I think I resigned maybe end of...
Oh. So you've not even finished, you've not talked about this, what happened. So when the offer came, and then I think my mood changed.
Okay.
You remember?
Was it at that point?
I think it was at that point that you were like, no, was it? No,
No,
the way you got the offer, we were
excited.
So it was meant to move.
Exactly. So I resigned my job, and then we were just counting down to say, okay, because we were expecting the work permit, visa, and the likes. And the like. So we were doing all those things. So I think when it was May. So mid-May, everything is now set. We've gotten the visas, we've gotten the work permit, and it's now like, okay, now is the time to move. When I told my wife that, everything is ready, it's now time to move, then our moods changed.
Then they've even booked their flight.
They've not booked flights.
Okay.
They've not booked flight.
Okay.
So, but we were that we've gotten over. I've not even gone back to them and the likes. So, I moved change. I'm like,
what happened?
What happened? You've been asking that we travel and the likes. You want travel and the likes. So, please, maybe you should share.
I don't know. I don't even say what happened.
My God.
And then, so it was almost happening, about to move, and then my mood changed. I think I was pregnant that time.
Yeah,
probably hormone or whatever. And then I told him that yeah, that's serious. And then I told him I wasn't ready to go. That I would come and join him. I said I have the baby back home in Nigeria.
And
it was like kind of back and forth. Like, I have a baby in Nigeria.
What is going on? So I accepted offer, and then I told them.
No, we're still not talking about it. Like, I wanted to stay back. I didn't want to join you. I don't even know. I was just I don't know what happened, but
so in the midst of all those things, I just told the people to say, please, we'll be coming on XY date. They should arrange flights and the like. So, but we still. I think so towards the end of the last week in May, and got so good such that our rent was going to expire
that same month that we're going to move.
Yeah, the end of May, our rent was going to expire the end of May. Our due date.
Yeah, okay,
like, normally we would pay 1st of April. 1st of June. Yeah, 1st of June. Yeah, no, pay 1st. So our due date for delivery was just about 5 weeks
after.
Yeah, 5 weeks after that end of May.
Yeah, and if we had stayed back a week,
you wouldn't have been able to travel in the plane. Yeah, so I just told them. I just came back from work one day. I just said we are traveling on the 1st of June. She was like, no, I'm not ready. I'm like, okay, you are not ready, but we are traveling on the 1st of June. And between that time, God so good, we then put everything we own for sale. We sold our car, we sold our furniture.
But I remember you also saying you wanted to be in the life of your child.
Definitely.
And be there while I was birthing the baby. Like, you wanted to just experience those periods. And
I mean, it was funny that somebody that wanted to travel, and you are now saying you want to deliver in Nigeria when you have opportunity to go to the UK to go and have a baby where he's even considered
but really safe. Now looking back, I'm like, what was wrong with me that time? Was I alright?
I didn't know. Please help me ask her if she was
I alright that time? But thank God everything happened. You didn't agree.
I didn't agree. I wanted to be part of the process.
Yeah, I wanted to be part of the process, the delivery, the life of the child.
And again, we are just new couple. It's just about 2 years. Yeah, it's about 2 years. Yeah, we were over 2 years. We just celebrated our 2 years because we
moved the following months. Yeah. So
it was just 2 years. I wasn't ready to let her be and me be on my own and the like. So I wanted us together
to be together.
I didn't agree, and that was our story.
Yeah.
She would have just. I want to go and spy the land first and come
and join you later.
No, that was.
But now looking back, really, thank God you didn't agree.
Yeah.
And even though I wasn't happy that time, but later on, I also came on board. And at the point we're now traveling, I was excited about it and stuff like that. Yeah.
The traveling journey was another story.
Another story. That will be another time.
Yeah,
actually.
we will share.
I hope you enjoyed our story. If you do, we'd love to see your comment in the comment section. Give our videos a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'd love you to become part of our family. And we'll see you in our next video.
Thank you very much.
Have a blessed Christmas and a beautiful time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.